Hello everyone, welcome back. The last time I did a video on DIY Montessori activities for 2 to 3 year old toddlers, your response was so good that I decided to make a second part to it. If you're new here and haven't watched the first video yet, make sure to watch it. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Before we begin, I want you all to keep something in mind. You'll see Arman doing some of the activities in the video. Remember, he's 4 years old now and is very well experienced with most of the activities. Younger toddlers might not be able to do these with as much ease as a child of his age can do. So now let's get straight into the video. For the first activity, you will need a tray and 2 long pieces of cardboard. Stick the pieces to the sides of the tray using double-sided tape or just cello tape. Now punch a hole on top of each of the cardboard pieces and pull a rope from one end to the other and make knots at the ends. You'll then need some cloth cutouts. I chose foam sheets for cutting out the clothes. You can use felt or whatever you have. You'll also need a basket of Clothpegs. Your child can now have fun hanging each cloth onto the rope with the Clothpeg. There are many benefits to this activity. Firstly, working with a Clothpeg is a great fine motor activity that helps to strengthen the finger muscles and the pincer grip. Secondly, this is an introduction to the practical life activity of hanging clothes using Clothpegs, which gives the activity the indirect aims of building independence and confidence. For the next activity, take an old towel and draw lines crossing through the middle of the towel. Now you can show the child how to fold the towel by first folding into half through the line and then into quarter through the next line. Once your child has mastered this, you can provide a basket of small towels for practicing. As the child progresses, you can give them bigger clothes that will need more folds. The next one is one of Arman's favorite activities. Working with a hammer is great for those little hand muscles. This activity is very easy to set up. Have some pushpins just half pushed into the styrofoam. Now give your child a lightweight hammer. Your child will have so much fun hammering the pushpins into the styrofoam. It also requires a great deal of hand-eye coordination to get the hammer right on top of the pushpins. Which brings me to the next activity, that is DIY geoboard. Take a small piece of styrofoam or thermocol and draw equally spaced vertical and horizontal lines to form squares. Now place a pushpin on each corner securely. Provide your child with some rubber bands and he or she can have fun forming geometric shapes and even letters and numbers later on. Again, a great activity for improving dexterity of hands and hand-eye coordination. The next one is an activity that every child will love. You can use real flowers for this activity, but if you don't have them, you can also do with artificial ones. If you're using real ones, you can provide the child with scissors to cut the flowers to the length of the vase and also a pitcher full of water to fill the vase before putting the flowers in. Arman is using artificial flowers here to do this activity. And now look at his beautiful vase. This one is a DIY version of the Montessori button frame. Take a rectangular piece of cardboard and a piece of cloth. I'm using an old pillowcase here. Place the cardboard on the cloth and pull the front portion together in the form of a shirt. You need the left side to be slightly bigger than the right. I don't have a sewing machine and I was too lazy to stitch by hand. So I staple the top and bottom of the cloth to the cardboard. Just make sure everything is securely held in place. Now take any big buttons that you have and stitch them onto the shorter side, which is the right side of the cloth. Now make holes for the buttons on the other side. Your DIY button frame is now ready. Carefully show your child how to hold the button in the dominant hand and the hole in the other, and gently slide the button through the hole while swapping the hands that hold the button and the hole as the button comes out through the hole. Repeat with all the buttons and also show the child how to undo the buttons. For this activity, you need a piece of styrofoam and some skewers. You will also have to cut whatever shapes you want to include in the activity out of a cardboard. Here I have a square, triangle, circle and pentagon. I colored all the shapes in the same color so that the focus is on the shape and not the color, owing to the Montessori principle of isolation of qualities. Now poke the skewers into the styrofoam and draw the shapes on the bases of the skewers. And that's it. Now your child can sort different shapes into the appropriate positions. This is also a great activity for building concentration and hand-eye coordination. For children who haven't been introduced to a knife yet, this can be a great activity to explore knife skills in a safe way. Let your child start using a knife on a piece of play-doh and a not so sharp knife. You can use a butter knife or any other child-friendly knife, but not a plastic one. Show your child how to hold the play-doh in one hand and the knife in the other and gently make cuts. Discuss the safety aspects of a knife. Play-doh cuts off very easily, making it a good starter material. You can later move on to bananas, apples, cucumbers, etc. as your child gains confidence. For the next one, you need some colorful pieces of paper and a hole punch. Working with a hole punch is great for the hand muscles and is also a practical life skill. Your child can have fun making holes on the paper and collecting the bits and later gluing them onto some flower or cloth cutouts to make some pretty stuff. For the next activity, click pictures of animals figurines you have at home and print them out. Stick them onto hard cardstock or laminate them for durability. Now show your child how to match the animals to their 2D images on the card. Again, a great activity for visual discrimination and also an opportunity to learn the names of the animals. The next activity will give your child an opportunity to practice dishwashing. You will need 2 tumblers or bowls of water, one for the dirty dishes to be soaked and the other for cleaning. You'll also need a scrubber, some diluted dishwash, a washcloth, and a drying rack or tray. This is never a substitute for the actual helping in the kitchen. It just provides your child extra opportunities to practice this much needed practical life skill. Arman also loves washing his toys this way. The next one is a simple color matching activity. Cut out a circular piece of cardboard. Divide into as many sectors as the colors you want to use. I am using 6 colors here. Now use colored Clothpegs, or you can just color them at home like I did. Now show the child how to attach the Clothpeg onto the corresponding color on the color wheel. So that's it for today everyone. I hope you all liked the activities that I shared in this video. If so, please click the like button and share the video with your friends and family. Thanks for watching.